guys, welcome to my vlog on my thoughts on Supernova in Adelaide this year, 2012. The date of the event was the 17th and the 18th of November. Today is the 19th, and I gotta say I had an absolute blast. I'm still wearing my wristband here. Don't know why I haven't taken it off yet, but I've been really tired. I've been sleeping quite a bit ever since I got home last night. I couldn't stay up. But I had a really good time. This is probably my fourth convention that I've been to this year. I went to Adelaide and Melbourne Oz Comic Con, and I've also been to AvCon. So this is my fourth one I've been to. And in my opinion, they just get better and better depending on the situation. I had a really good time there. I went both days in two different costumes. So if you guys remember the Sonic the Hedgehog that was walking around on that Saturday, that was me. The funny thing is, on Sunday somebody showed up in the exact same Sonic costume that I bought from eBay, so maybe that guy got it from the same buyer. So I was pretty surprised about that. But that wasn't me. I had two people coming up to me on that Sunday telling me, "Oh, did you come back in the Sonic costume?" But then they realised the guy took his head off and it wasn't him. But I went yesterday as Vegeta. I went as Vegeta on Sunday. But I'll start by talking about the costumes that I wore. So I'll start talking about Saturday when I was dressed up as Sonic.
So here's my Sonic costume. Now, this costume looks really good on the outside. But what it's like wearing on the inside. The thing is about this costume is that the eye holes a little bit further away from your face than you would think. I really had a tough time seeing out of that thing. Kel had to kind of walk through with me, hanging on to making sure I didn't bump into anything, because a few times I probably did bump into a few people. But that's because I couldn't really see out of it. You can't really turn your head very far to the left and to the right. So, and besides that, it does sweat a lot in that thing. But it was still a lot of fun. There was a lot of people stopping me for photos. Like, we were taking as many photos as we could, but I'm sure, like, other people probably got more photos of me than I got with other people. I was stopped like, probably there was a few times I got stopped every 5 seconds. Other times I got stopped every 5 minutes. But it was alright. I still got to take the head off a few times just to get a breather. It wasn't that bad. I'm not a claustrophobic person. But, I still have had a lot of fun. I wouldn't take back any of it. I really enjoyed it.
And here's some of the pictures of when I was dressed up as Vegeta on Sunday.
So here's me wearing the Vegeta costume from Dragon Ball Z. Now, I've worn this costume a few times. The first time was at Melbourne Oz Comic Con, second time at AvCon, third time at Supernova. Definitely a lot more comfortable than the first Sonic costume that I wore on Saturday, but made things a little bit easier, wasn't as stressful, and still got compliments on that costume, but I still had a lot of fun wearing that costume just as much as I did as Sonic, despite the whole sweatiness part of things. So
So there you go. So those are the two costumes that I wore that day. And as I just explained, being as Sonic, it was a little bit stressful wearing that costume, but I don't regret any minute of it. It was a lot of fun. And Sunday was a little bit easier for me, not being approached for so many photos. But, don't regret any minute of it. It was a lot of fun. So basically, Saturday, that's the day that I wore the Sonic costume, and I was thinking, look, I'm not going to meet any celebrities today. I'm just going to walk around, have a lot of fun. I already have a lot of fun at these conventions when I go for photos, because at AvCon, that's the only reason why I went, just for the experience and the atmosphere and just getting photos with a lot of great people with a lot of good costumes, and I had a lot of fun with that. Sunday, that's when I was going to go meet the celebrities that I was going to meet. I started off with meeting Vic Mignogna. He is a voice actor. I was meeting him for the fact that he played Broly on Dragon Ball Z. I still haven't seen some of the other animes that he's done, but I've heard good stuff about some of the other animes and the other work that he's done, so I might start getting into watching some of that. But he was a real nice guy. Here's a photo of with me and Cal with him.
So here's our photo with Vic. The second we got to meet him, I said, "The legendary Super Saiyan." He said, "Yes, I am." And he complimented me and Cal on our costumes. He absolutely liked our costumes, and we just needed to get into a photo with him. And I'm pretty happy with the photo we got with this guy. He was really nice, and I'm just happy to be in a photo with him.
And when I got to meet him, this is what he signed for me. My Broly figurine. This will add to my collection I've got with Sean Schammel and Christopher Sabat's figurines that is similar to this one. If you saw my vlog on Melbourne Oz Comic Con, you would have seen him in that video. If you haven't, you can still watch it if you haven't seen it. After that, we lined up to meet Billy West from, and I'm sure most of you know him from Futurama, and he also played Ren and Stimpy's voice. Here's what I got him to sign for me. And the guy was nice enough to do he did Ren and Stimpy's voice for me, which was quite amusing. I really had a fun time listening to him doing that. He's a really funny bloke. Like me and Cal went to go see his panel, and he made us laugh so much. Like you know, they were doing a lot of quotes from the shows. You know, Bender quotes and Fry and Dr. Zoidberg, and you know, a lot of people were just absolutely rolling off their seats just watching that. It was absolutely brilliant. Also, I got into a photograph with, let's see, Richard Keel.
So here's our picture with Richard Keel. Now, the second we walked up to him, he was sitting on a chair. We walked up to him and he said, "Nah, this is what we're going to do." And that's when he grabs me and Kel the way he is in this picture, and that's how the photo went about. I was pretty happy with this photo. It was really funny. The second the picture was taken and we were about to walk off, I quickly asked Richard a question. I asked him if I could ask him something, and I asked him, "Was that a real golf club that you bent in half on Happy Gilmore?" And he said, "Yeah, it was, but it was no big deal for me." And I just died laughing. It was hilarious, but really happy with this photo, and I was good to at least meet the bloke and get into a photograph with him. I'm really happy from that moment of the day.
And here is also my picture with Billy West.
So here's our photo with Billy West. Not much to say, like, since I already met him earlier and he already made me laugh at the panel, and when I got him to sign my Ren and Stimpy DVD. Not much to say, you know. I was just happy to be in a photo with the bloke. If I could have changed anything, I wish I could have probably got one more token and got Kel to get in a photo with John DiMaggio, because he just absolutely loves Futurama, and he was funny at the panel with Billy West. But anyway, I was just finally happy to meet Ren and Stimpy and get into a photo with the guy who does his voice. So absolutely fulfilled with this picture. I'm really happy about that.
So that's the celebs that I met for the day. You know, it was a real fun experience meeting those guys. I've already met a couple of celebrities this year, like going to the other conventions I've been to. I've met Sean Schammel, I've met Christopher Sabat, Eric Vale, Stan Lee. You know, wasn't a proper interaction, but it was still good to meet Stan Lee and shake the bloke's hand and get a few autographs from him, so that was fun too. So, but you know, it was a very different convention for the other ones I've been to before. I honestly thought I wouldn't have a better time than I did at Oz Comic Con. You know, I mean, Melbourne was quite different. It was a lot of people, and probably not the best place to have like 20,000 people at Melbourne Oz Comic Con, but this one was just absolutely perfect at the Adelaide Showgrounds. I don't know how many people were there, but it wasn't crowded. It wasn't that bad in terms of being crowded, because like there were times when people were moving to the other room to purchase tokens. I purchased my tokens the Friday night and the open night, so I can avoid all that. I didn't think it was that necessary to go for VIP. Because it wasn't that bad. We didn't wait in the lines for that long. I mean, Billy West's his autograph signing, we're probably waiting in line for about 20 minutes to maybe about half an hour, but it wasn't that bad. In Melbourne Oz Comic Con, I was in Stan Lee's line for about 3 or 4 hours. I can't remember now, but it was a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable experience, and I saw a lot of great costumes, and I was just amazed by some of these costumes. I wanted to pick my favourite male and female and group costumes for this video, but I couldn't really decide, so I'm going to talk about probably a few of the ones that I like. So here they are.
Now, non-specifically, I'll talk about some of the costumes I really liked. There was a lot of good costumes, so I can't really name them all. But one of them that I liked particularly was Jack from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I actually saw this guy at AvCon, and a lot of people wanted to get in photos with him. It was very creative. The guy was on stilts. He was walking really slowly, and everyone was being very considerate, make sure they didn't get in his way. But yeah, it was a great costume. I'm sure the guy made it himself. But yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Another costume I'll talk about was Chewbacca. Chewbacca was definitely there both days. A lot of people wanted to get in a photo with him. Who knows if this guy made it himself, but it looks like the exact costume that they used for Star Wars Episode 3. But he looked absolutely brilliant as well. Now, I'm trying to, split this up between the best guy costumes and the best female costumes that I've seen, but it's pretty hard. But I definitely saw a lot of good Harley Quinn costumes. I think I saw about 3 of them. But they were really, really good costumes. A lot of them were done very differently. There are different versions of Harley Quinn, whether it was the cartoon or the comics or the Arkham Asylum version, but I really enjoyed all of those photos as well. My brother Kel really enjoyed them as well, since he was dressed up as the Joker, so I thought they were great. Also, I saw someone had a very, very good makeup job on his Two-Face costume. Now, I was really impressed with this guy in terms of what he did for it. I definitely had to get more than one photo with that guy, because I just really couldn't get enough of so many photos that he posed for, especially this one here with Kel and Batman. But yeah, I really liked his costume as well. Now, also, on Sunday particularly, there was 3 different Black Widows. Now, Black Widow is one of my favourite characters from the Avengers. Her and Iron Man are my favourite Avengers. I had to get into a photo of all 3 of them. I just had to. And yeah, they were very good costumes. They were, 2 of them very similar. One was very different, but I had to get into a photo with those 3. I mean, believe me, there was a lot of hot girls at this convention as well. But these 3 in particular, I needed to. Now, also, I'll mention that this group here, they're called the Con Artists. They're a choir group. They were very entertaining, and I met them at AvCon. They're friends with my friend that I know from high school. They're a choir group that sing a lot of video games, from variations like the Mario Brothers theme and the ending song from Portal, and even Spider Pig from the Simpsons movie. So these guys are very entertaining. You should like their page if you enjoyed them this weekend. So look up the Con Artist on Facebook. And these guys are pretty talented. I mean, they even do sound effects from the games that they're singing about. So I really enjoyed how entertaining they were, and I look forward to seeing them again.
So there they are. They're the costumes that I particularly liked, and and a lot of people liked my costumes too. I got some good compliments about that. That's the 3rd time I've worn that Vegeta costume, so I definitely want to get something next year. I'm definitely going to think of something for next year when the Adelaide Oz Comic Con will be first in line for next year's convention, so I definitely want to think of something new for that. I might wear that Vegeta costume just one more time since Christopher Sabat's coming back, but I definitely want to get into getting into some other things. But anyway, rating the convention, 10 out of 10, hands down. You know, they had a lot of good booths in terms of the merchandise they were selling. I bought a Dragon Ball Z game that has Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, which I've always wanted to get since it was on PS2. No other Dragon Ball Z game has ever compared to that one. And I've always wanted to get it again. I was surprised to see it. It was only $50. And I also got a couple of comic books as well. A couple of some Avengers comic books is what I got, because I absolutely love the Avengers. But it was great. If you guys missed it, you missed out on a very good time. And hopefully next year's will be even better. You know, who knows what range of celebrities they'll have next year. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you were in any of the photos that I was just showing you, feel free to ask me about tagging you on Facebook if you have Facebook, or you could just add me. If you want to give your own input what you thought of the convention, comment below. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.